All praises to the mighty Yahweh. I want to come here to point out something about the brother and what happened to me when I tried to put something in the chat. Usually, I would go to the brother with these type of things, but the same thing would happen. But right here, we see the brothers knew what they were doing. Now look, look at these. What is the difference between these two posts right here? This right here is the class, and I was on live chat. And on live chat, I post right here what says, women are the number one initiators of divorce, but it's the man's fault that she made that decision. And what happened when I put that? It was erased. You can see the sister right here with the hands raised. And under it is already written, but if you go here. So, Levi priest, I was, and now when I type anything, it doesn't show. So I've essentially been banned from asking questions. And the only thing I wrote was, women are the number one initiators of divorce, but it's the man's fault that she made the decision. Now, I want to show you what I'm talking about when I say feminism. But let's go here and let's see what's being said here.
Huh? That is a man. But this man morphs into a what? That's the goal. A husband. Yeah. Not a boyfriend. Not a baby maker so she can get checks. That's right. Hallelujah. I ain't here to make no baby with you so you can get on, so you have to get on or feel you had to get on assistance or something like that. I'm here to make a baby with you because we gonna build something. Trying to build a legacy here. A family name. A brand. It's not just a check. Like Outcast said, let her know that the baby's not a check. Hallelujah. So you ain't got to worry about a man, a real man, and his manhood who become a father. You ain't got to worry about him not taking care of his child. All right. He gonna demand he take care of his child. What? Because I don't want to let nobody say. He ain't gonna let another man. You ain't gonna let nobody keep you. All right. Judge and no judge. You can get out of here, T. You ain't gonna stop me. Go. Who is you? All right. Because you ain't taking me nowhere.
Okay. Now, what do we see here? He clearly said, judge or no judge, you're not going to stop me from taking care of my kid. I'm going to show later how he lied and said he didn't say this. He blatantly lied and said he didn't say this. And he's being very insulting to many men who want to be in their child's life, but there's a court order preventing them, not only because they had a child out of wedlock, but there's millions of men who got a divorce and cannot see their children. They did it the right way and cannot see their children. But I want to point out right here, clearly, he said a court order would not stop him. But let me see that one more time.
Knowledge. Man don't even know it's fun. This, I'll put it over here. Functionality. Right, neither one. Huh? That is a man. But this man morphs into a what? That's the goal. A husband. Yeah. Not a boyfriend. Not a baby maker so she can get checks. That's right. Hallelujah. I ain't here to make no baby with you so you can get on, so you have to get on or feel you had to get on assistance or something like that. I'm here to make a baby with you because we gonna build something. Trying to build a legacy here. A family name. A brand. It's not just a check. Like Outcast said, let her know that the baby's not a check. Hallelujah. So you ain't got to worry about a man, a real man, and his manhood who become a father. You ain't got to worry about him not taking care of his child.
Okay, so a real man, you ain't got to worry about it. Let's keep going.
He gonna demand he take care of his child. What? I don't want to hear nobody say.
And you hear Brother Ariel, and I love that brother, saying what? Because these brothers are living in fairyland, especially the brother right here, living in fairyland, doesn't know what the hell he's talking about at all. He's one of the fortunate brothers who had not gone through this system and that type of situation. So he is clueless to what he's talking about. But let me go to the other clip to show you how clueless this brother really is. Let's continue though.
Other man, you ain't gonna let nobody keep you. All right? Judge and no judge. You can get out of here, Chief. Baby, you ain't gonna stop me. Go. Who is you? All right? Because you ain't taking me nowhere.
So I'm supposed to tell the judge, who are you? You ain't gonna stop me from being my. Is that what he said? So I questioned him. And I questioned him about what he just said right here. And I'm gonna show you where he read my question. Right here.
Like I always say, study and open up the scripture for truth. Yeah. Then it became what he was trying to convey. I saw it, and it became crystal clear. And when you're trying to see it for what it just is there, then it becomes crystal clear. And that leads me to this, because I'm gonna do this, and y'all get ready to come up. But they sent me a question. They said, "What happened to explain how an unmarried woman isn't a mother?" We ain't got there yet. We sure haven't. Where is the balance? So I guess they say I'm off balance.
And he never got there on how an unmarried woman isn't a mama. In fact, today I was listening to him, and he had about 10 scriptures talking, about bad women or wicked women, and he ran through them like a marathon, scared to really get on the women. Oh, you don't want to act like that. Just look at it. Let's continue though.
Well, see, he said the same thing about the father. I
sure see, Brother Ariel, check it. You said the same thing about the father. What's going on? But I don't expect him to go in on the women. None of them ever do. Let's go.
That's why you got to tune in next week. Moreh said the judge can't keep him from his children. So apparently this is somebody that maybe have a little issue. The judge can't keep him from his children. Well, he did. Is he saying we should violate court order in divorce? I did. I'm saying.
Okay, right here. Because he did say the judge cannot keep him from his children. Now I hear the brother in the background saying he violated court order. Let's continue.
I'm saying
he said you can go to jail. You see, brother Ariel, you can go to jail if you want to. Let's see what he said though.
I'm saying is this: that if we handle our business, and that's why I said, please don't get defensive. Please hear this teaching from another place. Because what you heard me say is, if we return back to Yah, hallelujah, and let Yah define the family of Yah, we not even gonna be in divorce court. Okay, and the judge is not even gonna have to tell me nothing.
Now, right here, he didn't say that. That was a complete lie. He just said right there. He gonna go in on this lie. He gonna go into fairyland on this lie. See, when he lied, he got to go into fairyland. Now, we just heard the clip where he said, judge or no judge, a real man ain't going to F what the judge got to say. But now when I asked him the question about going against court order, now, even though I heard somebody in the background say that they went on against, now he's saying, no, I didn't say that. I said, what did he say? Let's keep going.
I'm looking at him, Buster. It's the same principle I work off of across the board. If we return back to Yah, police would not even have to patrol our streets. That's right.
And now he going back to fairyland. This is the problem. not only does the brother not know anything about fathers' rights in this land and what's really going on, how these women really are doing, but now he got to go into fairyland talking about if we all keeping the commandments, then we don't need no police. Well, that's not going to happen here in captivity. Nowhere in the scriptures it says that's going to happen here in captivity. So why are you going into fairyland trying to answer this question? Let's keep going.
It's too small to understand that, then surely we have fell away far from the Creator.
Well, no, it's not. My brain is not too small to hear that, but your brain is too small to realize that it's not going to happen here in captivity. So why are you bringing this up? Well, I didn't say that you shouldn't go against a court order or go against what the judge says and say Buster or all the stuff you actually said. No, I said if we all keeping the commandments, you don't even have to deal with a judge. That's not what he said. Then he said, well, we all keeping the commandments. We don't need no police. It's going to be utopia. Let's continue, though.
You should be looking at the police and saying to them, what is you even doing around here, busters? All right. Nobody is stealing nothing. Nobody is sleeping with nobody's wife. Nobody is busting, murdering nobody. Nobody have called you for nothing.
So to answer the question, when I said, going against, he's going into fairyland. Oh, well, ain't gonna be no police. What are you doing around here, police? Nobody is murdering. Nobody's committing adultery. He's not talking about here. You're not talking about. You're not dealing with reality. He's out of reality. He does not have a grip with reality. When he said, "Oh, I don't care if we do have a court order, I'm still gonna be in my child's life." He's not out of reality. Period.
This is the safest community that one could set his foot in. Black, white, fall out the sky, purple. This is a utopia. You see them people, they gone on vacation. And everybody in this neighborhood know it. But these children to the oldest person is raised in the law of God, and they live in the law of God, and ain't nobody thinking about going in their house. Outside the community and think about going in their house, we gonna deal with you. All right, up. Hallelujah. And to get back to it.
Yeah, it'll be nice, but it's not reality, and it's not going to happen. So stop all of that. But as I said right here, I want to show how it was a blatant lie. But let me continue on how this brother is not in reality at all. Let's continue. Let's go.
Commander in Chief, you do spit. What children? I want it with me. President, commander in chief. You don't see him out of the White House over in France, ruling over there. He's commander in chief, and where does commander in chief live? If somebody say, where does commander in chief live? You know where he lives. They live in the White House. They live in that house right there, that big house right there. That's the residence of the commander in chief. They say, what if you do split? As commander in chief, you do split. What children? I want it with me. Because I'm chief. That's right. That's where they be. But shouldn't go with no, they should be with me. Because it is. Because I'm chief. Because it's me. I'm chief. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense, but it's not reality. And as I said before, the brother cannot deal with reality. The reality is, most of the time in divorce, the children go with the woman, and the man gets put on alimony and child support. And that's one thing too. None of the teachers are ever talking about not going downtown and getting a state license, because a state license is evil. When have you heard any of these men tell you not to even in the law, it tells us not to make covenants with these different nations, but you don't hear one of these teachers telling you not to go downtown and get a state license. I know a brother in that class who said he got a state license to get married through that class. They have no sense of what's going on. So he doesn't know when they get a state license, he's not going to get his children. If he gets a divorce, he's not going to get it. He can say, well, I want it with me. But that doesn't happen most of the time. But as I said before, this is a brother who does not know at all about what's going on with reality up here in this land. State licenses are the enemy. Is he going to teach that? No. I hope he changes his mind. But we have no fault divorce. I didn't want to make this too long. I just want to simply point out that it's feminism going on. See, one man out of 1,000 I found, but a woman among these I have not found. See, in Isaiah 3:12, it talks about the women ruling over us. But most of these teachers are scared to really go in on the women. They are the ones doing all the abortions. They are the ones who are running downtown to the man and getting that money. 70% of divorces are started by the women. How many women in the house of Israel got a man on child, got their Hebrew man on child support, alimony? They'll never talk about that. Ever. So, but they talk that way to keep the women there. Just like all of the different teachers we have around here. They tiptoe around the women and be very harsh to the men. But that's where we're living today. But I just wanted to point out the fact that I got lied to. And when I challenged the lie, I was deleted. He said, and I'm going to get off here after this. He said, if you're a real man, then it doesn't matter if you got a court order keeping you away from your child. You're still going to be around your child. Forget a court order. Forget what the judge has to say. But then when confronted about the situation, about violating a court order, he said, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say what I actually said. I said, if you're keeping the commandments, you don't even have to worry about being in front of a judge. You don't have to worry about the police. You don't have to worry about adultery. You don't have to. He went into total fairyland, total delusion. But the fact is, even if you're a righteous man here, your woman could get a divorce and take you for broke, take your kids away from you. But if you want to say all the men who are not in their kids' life are not real men, because a judge, a white judge in captivity, or a black one, said that he cannot be around his kid, then you do that. Oh, you said that they were evil men. They made mistakes in the past, and they had to deal with it. But I can show you many men who got a divorce, and they cannot be around their kid, and they're still real men. They're a real man because they didn't fight and go to jail as they would have if they would listen to you and what you said. But I'm glad you cleared it up, but you cleared it up totally wrong. But one more, I just want to show this one more time. The reason I came online is because I was deleted. As you can see, my comment was deleted. Women are the number one initiators of divorce. But it's the man's fault that she made the decision. Can the woman take fault in anything? Why would you erase a comment like that? Why would you erase it? Do you not want to hold the women accountable for what they're doing? They're the ones keeping men away from their children, using the judge, using the enemy nation, using the nation to put us in captivity, taking advantage of. Oh, say, well, you should have prevented it. They're always going to. Yes, the man should have did all this, but if the scripture says that the women are ruling over us, then shouldn't we go to the rulers and ask the rulers and tell the rulers how they're doing what's wrong? tell the ones that they're given all the custody to, given all the power in marriage. Because when you sign a contract through the state, the woman has all the power in marriage. Because anytime if she goes run down to town and get a divorce, she's going to take him for broke. She's going to get the kids, the alimony. So shouldn't we go to her and tell her how she's dogging men? But no, you'll never hear that. And they're going to continue to tell men to go downtown and get a state licensed marriage because they're ignorant. And that's what I'm saying. Don't talk about stuff you don't know anything about. There's too many men going through misery for you to say, fuck what the judge has to say. If it was that simple, no woman can keep a man from his child who loves his child. Only a woman who went to the white man. But you will not say that. You're very, very dishonest. But why does she go with the white man? Because you were evil. Because you're an evil man. It's all your fault. Let me get out of here. All right. All praise to Yahweh.